Hello everyone and welcome to Luigi's Mansion on the Nintendo Gamecube. I am One Wild Sheep and this is a fantastic launch title that was originally released for the Gamecube way back in the day and is pretty much Luigi's very first major call to fame. This is Luigi's first game that really put him out there as a awesome, ultra amazing character that he is. And this is the very first game that he got his fantastic personality. And what's basically the plot? Well, he's won this mysterious mansion in a competition that he didn't enter, apparently. And basically we're now checking it out. It looks pretty creepy, it looks pretty dark, so I'm pretty sure nothing could go wrong as we head inside this thing. But yeah, this is a fantastic game made by Nintendo, and of course, anything with Luigi in is a pretty good game. As you can see, it's very atmospheric, and for the most part, it's aged extremely well. It's got loads of dynamic shadows. The graphics are just absolutely stunning. I love the graphics in this game. But enough moping about just in the hallways. Just hump the furniture to check to see if anything's inside. Basically, if we press the B button, you can turn the flashlight off. If we press the A button, you can call Mario. And if you press the A button on doorways, you can actually open up the doorway. So let's open this. No, we can't open it. Alright then, let's go back down to the fire. See what's going on. What's this? A floating key. So one thing that's quite different about this Mario game than Luigi game than you'd expect is the fact you can't actually jump in this one. This is a ghost busting game. We need to hunt ghosts in this one, folks. Oh yay! And yeah, it's pretty fun. It's a really good experience. But there's a key on the floor, so what are we gonna do? Well, let's pick it up and see what's going on. Now, considering this is a launch title, it is surprising how good the graphics are and how well the graphics actually have aged. And there's even lots of nice touches in the environments, like thunder going off in the background, which can certainly shock someone. All the dynamic shadows, as I've mentioned, very nice. And I don't know, the game as a whole is just very atmospheric. I like it. It's a very strange change of pace from the usual Mario game. It's one of those experimental titles I believe actually worked out in favour, but oh my god, hello, there's a ghost. Anyway, this game is also the introduction of this bloke by here. This is Professor Egad. Oh, Egads. Get it? Egad? Egads. Oh. But this guy is a professor, makes loads of equipments, and you could say he manages a lot of electronic gadgets of some kind. Like this vacuum cleaner by here, which we're going to get into a bit later on. It's one of the major aspects of this game. So yeah, I'm getting too old for this ghost catching tomfoolery. Anyway, nice to meet you. I'm not going to do the voice acting, trust me. But the music you can hear in the background by here is actually the Luigi's Mansion main theme, and is quite possibly one of the most memorable video game tracks I know of to date. In fact, my ringtone on my phone is like a remix of the song. It's insane. But of course, we better get out of here because we're going to get attacked by 3 ghosts. And it's very scary that Egad is training us how to take on ghosts in this game. Because Egad, as you saw, could not take down that one ghost. He got punched right in the face. I don't know how a ghost could really punch you in the face. They're transparent little things. You just assume they go straight through you. But oh well. But yeah. The mansion apparently just sort of appeared out of nowhere a few days ago before Luigi popped up here. And a guy with a red cap went up to the mansion. That sounds awfully a lot like a Mario. I better not. Ah, no, there was Mario. Oh no. What are the chances? So yeah, Mario's gone up to the actual mansion itself, and the problem with that is the fact that now we need to go back into the mansion afterwards and look for him. Those below are the controls that are just flashed on screen, and you can choose between a couple of control styles. I like using the default one because it's the one I used when I was younger. And basically use the C stick to move to turn and basically change the direction you're facing, and you can use the left analog stick to move. I rarely use the C stick to turn, to be honest. I only use the C stick to sort of look up and down whenever I'm using the vacuum. But yeah, the vacuum by here is actually equipment to take care of ghosts. We're going to be ghost hunting, folks. So what you want to do is actually, when the lights go off, ghosts will spawn. Hold down the B button, and then let go of the beat button to stun the ghosts whenever they're close to you with a flashlight. And when they're stunned, hold down the R button, and then you'll suck them up. And these ghosts, they do really suck, I have to say. Because look how quick they go down. They're no match for Luigi whatsoever. Although later in the game you may have a few issues with some of the ghosts, but I doubt it. Although I remember this part of this game being extremely memorable because this was the first thing I saw in Luigi's Mansion. Not only because it's the tutorial level, but they used to have like this demo stand up in PC World, because they used to have a GameCube up in PC World. And when I went there, I just tried it. I didn't have any idea what the hell I was doing at the time, because it was past the point where you can't just tell you how to play the game. So I was just sort of wandering around like an idiot, wondering, what do I do? How do I get rid of these ghosts? But for the most part, in this very first room, you aren't in danger of getting hit. These ghosts were sort of bundled up together, and this is one good tactic to take care of a load of ghosts in one go. Basically, try and group them all together and herd them into one small cluster. Then flash them all and kill them all in one go. It's very recommended to do that. But hey, that's the major tutorial over and done with, and 10 ghosts out of 11. That one ghost. I will get him later. Mark my words, as I am Luigi. But anyway, we don't need to go to the gallery, but I'm going to show it off anyway. This here's the gallery. Whenever we take care of bosses, they'll be turned into paintings, and these paintings will be hung up on display in this gallery. I'm only really showing this off here now because I won't be coming back here at all in the rest of the playthrough. But basically you'll find you're pretty much stuck in here for the most part until you do something specific that he kind of vaguely hints you at. But first things first, to go all the way down here into this very brightly coloured room. And if we want to count all the paintings, that's basically how many ghosts we're going to be taking care of, including that gigantic painting at the end of the hallway in that giant golden, ultra shiny room. But to get out of here, what you want to do is basically touch these two angel statues, and then Egad will let you out. Gadzooks, Egad. So let's head on back to the lab and get ready to move on all the way up to the actual mansion itself. Careful now, Luigi. Yeah, it's scary. Do I have to do this? Mario. Now, if you listen closely by here, for some reason when he turns that flashlight on when he opens the doorway, for some reason it's a weird sort of sound effect. I never understood it. But hey, Toad! Alright, well there's loads of these guys actually in the mansion itself, loads of toads. And basically, whenever you see them, you're going to want to walk up to them and talk to the mushroom-headed fellas. And 9 times out of 10, they'll turn lights on in a room. And for the majority of them, they'll either give you hints, or they'll act as save points. Which, obviously, if you talk to them, you can just press the A button, save the game, Bob's your uncle, and we can continue onwards. This game takes place into a number of chapters, and as you can see by here, we're going to want to make use of, well, we want to make use of the actual Poltergust 3000 we have on our back to suck up anything in the environment, including coins and just about anything that we see, like that. And one of the major gimmicks about this game is Luigi's taken after Wario in this one, in the fact that we want to collect as much money as possible. Because we get different rankings at the end of the game, depending on how much money we've collected throughout the mansion. And there's a couple of ways to get money in this game. And as you saw, I pulled that drape off of that mirror earlier on. If you do something special with the mirrors, then you'll actually be able to use them as a sort of like a gateway system to teleport you directly to the foyer in a shortcut. I'll explain a bit more about that later on, because there's really no point in me talking about it right now. First, let's go back into this room we were in earlier, and as you can see, it's a lot darker than it was earlier. And there's a lot more coins. Yeah, gotta get all the coins. Luigi's gotta pay off his mortgage. Actually, why does Luigi need to pay off his mortgage? Luigi's got a mansion. But anyway, just what you want to do about here is actually, you'll see purple candles on like this cabinet. All you want to do is actually blow them out using the Poltergust. And the paintings will start talking to you. Oh, paint me a picture, will you? But they're basically going to warn you, going, hey, look, there's a red cap in here before you, and now ghosts are going to get you. Woo! And this guy back here in the painting just reminds me of Kingdom Hearts characters. Are you afraid of the dark? There we are, the very first official room of ghosts in the game. And this is the first time in the game you're actually capable of getting hit. Well, second time in the game, because the first time was technically when we almost got squished by the chandelier when we first entered. But what you want to do is basically maneuver around the room, turn off the lights whenever you hear ghosts spawn or see ghosts spawn, and stun them and suck them up. That's all there is to it. Like I said, the ghosts in this game, they suck. And Luigi does not. But there we go, we destroy all the ghosts, and whenever you destroy all the ghosts in the room, the lights will turn on. And when the lights will turn on, you'll either unlock the doorway to the next area, or you'll be able to gain a treasure chest, or just a normal chest. Open up the chest, and you gain a key of some sort, or various other things. It's not always a key. And as you can see, basically hoover up everything you can possibly think about hoovering. Like, if you see a light in the ceiling, hoover that up. Because there's a very high chance that coins or money of some sort will pop out. That purple thing there, though, you want to keep away from it. That, my friends, is a not purple mushroom. Well, it is a purple mushroom, but it's a poisonous mushroom. If you eat the poisonous mushroom, or touch the poisonous mushroom, you'll turn mini, you'll be small, and unfortunately, being small is what you would call a big problem for Luigi. Get it? Big problem, because you're small, it's the opposite of big. But just keep sucking up these guys. They're all pretty yellow in more ways than one, so I won't worry about them. Okay. For some reason, I feel obligated to sort of just hoover the ceilings, the chandeliers in this game, multiple times, just to make sure I have everything. I don't know why, it's just a habit I really have. So anyway, you purple, get in there. If that was a Waluigi ghost, that's what I would do to it. But of course, this room actually doesn't have a chest to open, it just lights up. But when we entered this room, you will notice there was vines and stuff on the doors. Now those vines are gone, allowing us to move into this room. And this room is where we're actually going to see the first of the actual blue ghosts. Now, blue ghosts are special types of ghosts you can find, that if you see them, they will basically spawn a lot of money if you can catch them in time. Unfortunately, they're really awkward to take care of, so if you see a blue ghost, be prepared, because it's very likely that you'll lose your chance to get them. Like that. They're hard to get, but they do give you a lot of money, so it's worth your trouble if you're going for an extra good rank at the end of the game. Personally, I'm not too fussed about them. I'm not too fussed about the extra rank. But, if I see one, I always try and go for it. That's the main thing. Now, these big green Donkey Kong type fellas are, well, they're Donkey Kong type fellas. They eat bananas, and they'll throw the bananas at you. So, yeah, they're annoying enemies to take care of. Especially considering they have 40 health. And for this point in the game, 40 health is a lot of health to have. I mean, later on you'll get used to it, and you will see enemies with a lot less health, but I don't know, I digress. Of course, clearing out this room will spawn that key on top of the code rack, allowing us to go back there. But first, let's go through here and talk to Toad here. Hello, how you doing, Toad? Bye-bye, Toad. So yeah, now I think by here is where I'll show you the technique. If you press the X button, no, I don't show you. Do I show you? Yeah, I do show you the technique. If you press the X button on the GameCube controller, you'll go into this first-person view with the Game Boy Horror, which is a genius name, by the way. It is not a horrifying pun in any way. Get a horrifying pun. But you'll be able to take pictures of things which are actually used to solve certain types of puzzles in this game. You don't really take pictures per se, but it gives you a little scan. So I guess it's more of a scanner than a picture taker, but I digress. If you press the Y button as well, you'll also be able to gain hold of like a little map screen, which you are going to love. You're going to need to use this map to get through this mansion, especially your first time playing through this game, because I used to get lost in this mansion when I first played the game. Now I know everything back to front. I know everything like the back of my hand. But, hey, I digress. Hey, what's in here? Ow! Oh, I missed. Yeah, there's fake doors in here, so you're going to want to use the map to find out which doors are real, which doors are fake. Fortunately, I know. But anyway, now we're in this room, and this is the very first major ghost of the game. Now, major ghosts are known as portrait ghosts, and they're the ones you're going to want to go after actively. And they're the ones you need to actively take care of. So, whenever you see this ghost by here, go up by here and sort of hoover up the fire a bit. He's going to start yawning, and when he yawns, it's your chance to take him on. Now, the better you do, as you notice, whenever you've taken in all the boss portrait ghosts, a lot of these pearls will drop on the floor. These pearls will affect your ranking as well, and they'll also affect the sort of picture you'll get at the end of every, at the very end of every act of the game. Very easy to take care of though, and the better you do, the bigger the pearls. The bigger the pearls, obviously, the better the ranking, the better the picture you get. There's different kinds of pictures, and I honestly don't know what they all look like, so I couldn't tell you if I got the best picture or the worst one. All I know is that's the key for this room now done, allowing us to go all the way up to the master bedroom, which is on the other end of this hallway. Now, this entire first video is the first act of the game, and there's only like 4 or 5 acts in total in this entire game. But do not fret, folks, as this will probably be a long-ish LP due to the fact that even though there's a lot of acts in this game, they go on for a longer amount of time. Speaking of a long amount of time, this fan by here, if you hoover it up enough, you'll get a lot of money out of it. And I am a pretty big fan of things like that. Oh, please don't kill me. But yeah, lots of money, lots of dollar bills, lots of Benjamin Franklins. So you're going to want to hoover that fan up if you want that ranking. Unless you're indifferent about it. But this portrait ghost by here that's combing her hair as soon as I'm done hoovering up the bed. Luigi, it's a bed. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Thank you. Right, you can't actually get hold of this portrait ghost that's by here unless you open up the window drapes using your vacuum. Doing so will make a massive draft, allowing you to start and suck her in. Suck her in, she'll take the bait. Unfortunately, this is the first of the portrait ghosts actually, no, what am I on about? Pretty much this ghost is easy to take care of. Every time you fail in capturing her though, she'll redo the drapes. Just rinse and repeat the exact same process. It'll basically put her into a loop, allowing you to take her down. Fortunately, if you fail to capture them, their health stays the same to the point that where they were put down to last. So, really, really easy to take care of. You're going to want to keep tapping the opposite direction of the ghost on the analog stick though. What the tutorial doesn't tell you is, the tutorial tells you just to simply hold in the opposite direction. That's not a good idea. If you want to get these ghosts down really quickly, keep tapping the analog stick in the opposite direction of that the ghosts are at. This way, you'll be able to suck them in quicker, the health will drain faster. But the only problem with doing that is they seem to be more prone to hitting you. They're more prone to stopping you in your tracks, so more risk, more reward, I suppose. But anyway, this by here is actually the first boss room of the game, the first proper boss room. And as you can see, there's lots of health hidden around. So what you want to do is rock this rocky horse thingy, and this babby will pop out of nowhere. Hey, wanna play with me? And by play, yes, here, I'm gonna play. Here, have a ball. Well, I thought you wanted to play catch. That's the last time I played with a ghost. Look at it. The ball is floating in midair now. What is going on here? But after you hit the baby with the ball, the baby's going to go freaking nuts. And you're going to get teleported to the very first boss arena of the game, which is the very first major boss fight. Now, at the very end of every single chapter, you have one of these boss fights. And this, like I said, this is the only part you're going to see one chapter completed in one part. Every other part's going to take like 2 or 3 parts to get a chapter done. So yeah, this boss's name is Chauncey, and it's probably the scariest baby I've ever met in all my life. basically what it'll do from the very get-go is actually send these rocking horses towards you. They're very easy to deal with, so I won't worry too much about them. Then after he's sent the rocking horses at you, he's going to start sending all these bouncy balls at you, and just like previously, have a ball. And then it's time to suck him in. Come on, I thought you loved sucking your thumb. So yeah, do this vacuum cleaner thingy a favor. A thingy, yes. But whenever you see him start to twitch and start have like a little mini seizure whenever you're sucking him in, let go of the button, otherwise he's going to do massive damage to you. And he's going to basically bounce around like this, doing bugger all for the next few seconds. But yeah, I think this is a very morbid boss. It's just the fact that there's a dead baby trying to kill you. If you think about it, that's dark. Especially for Nintendo. Jesus. And I thought Nintendo was for kids. Boy, was I dumb. But anyway, just rinse and repeat. Everything's just gonna bounce around as normal. And once you're done with this boss, basically you'll be bouncing. Yeah, because there's bouncing balls everywhere. And oh my god, the size, he has a giant heart. Well, I can't really say he's a heartless baby, can I? His heart's huge. But of course, like I said, I find this guy really creepy. I just don't like this baby. It freaks me out to no end. But of course, this is pretty much the very final segment of it, so he's going to repeat what he does the last couple of goes. Now, whenever he goes to... He'll try and summon 2 rocking horses at once at one point. Whenever he does that, just stand in the middle of the major platform that you're at, and both rocking horses just sort of fly straight past you, like, hey, you missed. You have a very bad aim. But, as you can probably guess, this is still the easiest boss in the whole game. It's the first proper boss fight, and with that, we've taken him on. That was the first boss, Chauncey. And that is how Luigi does it. So yeah, every time you beat the boss, you gain access to a special colored chest. And also, if you want to gain an a massive piece of heart, open up that drawer cabinet thingy there. Yeah, let's open up the golden chest and see what's inside. It is a pink key, which will allow us to get on to the next part of the mansion. Alright. So basically, every time you beat a boss, the same routine will happen exactly as is. You'll get a phone call from EGAD saying, oh yeah, you beat a boss, come back to the lab, old chap, tally-ho, pip-pip. So then you, being the Luigi that you are, decide to go back to the lab with him, and there you are. You also get this nice end of chapter little screen as well. So with that, that's practically it for the video. That's practically it for part 1 of the LP. So I hope you guys enjoyed this LP. And now pretty soon it'll be time to find Mario, get him out of this mansion hopefully, and find out the mystery of why this mansion was spawned. What is Luigi's purpose for being here? So yeah, ring around goes. Out comes the ghost. I couldn't think of something rhyming with ghost. Right on a post. I don't know. But hey, as I said, we get pictures at the end to signify if we did good in capturing the ghosts. So with that, folks, that's the end of this part. Hope you all enjoyed. If you want to see more, feel free to click the subscribe button. I would recommend it if you want to see more. If you don't bother. It's up to you, really. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time in Area 2, where we kick on the real meat of Luigi's Mansion. I don't want to be here anymore, Mario. Oh, money. Never mind, I love the money. I love the money. Give me money. Thanks for watching, people. I'll see you then. Bye!